Okay, so today I'm going to be making Korean fried chicken, and my son wanted to have that stretchy cheese that people like to eat. Essentially, it's called aligot. I'm probably not saying that right, but it is a French style of making these extra cheesy, creamy, stretchy cheese mashed potatoes. So I'm going to attempt to try and recreate that for my son. So I will be using some butter. This potato is 227 grams, 8 ounces. I have 8 ounces of low moisture mozzarella cheese, and I have some, wait, this is Gruyere. Hopefully I can get these ratios right. So yes, potato, cheese, butter, and cream, some salt, a little bit of freshly grated nutmeg is going to go into this. And yeah, we'll see if I can recreate this. Okay, so here I have a small pot of cold water. I've peeled and gave a rough chop to my potatoes. I left them in sort of medium to large chunks. Now I'm going to turn on the heat. And I'm also going to add some salt. And once it starts to boil, I'm basically going to cook the potatoes until they are fork tender. So what I'm doing now is grating the cheese. That'll help the cheese melt in a lot easier. And I also have half and half. A lot of recipes call for full fat or heavy cream, and I wanted to do half and half. This all could go south, you do realize, people, but I'm really going to try to use what I have today and create that stretchy cheese. So I'll be putting measurements and ingredients in the description below. Okay, so I am multitasking. I'm frying chicken and making these potatoes here. So I want to see if they are, and this is just a chopstick. Yeah, these are cooked through. So now I'm going to drain these potatoes and start making this stretchy cheese. So here is my double fried Korean fried chicken. I have the flats of wings, and I have some chicken breast that I cut into strips. So I'm just going to finish the double fried process, and then I'm going to finish off that cheesy potato stretchy cheese recipe. Okay, I have the heat on low. I've drained the water, but I have it on low because I want to be sure to get all the water out. And I'm going to start mashing these potatoes. And I'm just going to use my spoon. You could use a masher. Some people run this through like a ricer. You could press it through a fine wire mesh. I'm just going to go in with the back of my wooden spoon. So right now I have this mashed. I have the heat on low. I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter. I'm going to work that in. Actually, I'm going to start whisking, because that'll also fluff up the potatoes and kind of break it apart and make it smooth and creamy when it's all said and done. So let's do that. Now I'm going to add my heavy cream. I'm going to start with half, let's do half of it. Actually, this is, I'm sorry, I said heavy cream. You definitely can use heavy cream. I had half and half. That is half whole milk, half heavy cream. So I'm going to add a pinch of salt and some freshly grated nutmeg, just a pinch. That's enough. I think I'm going to add more of my half and half. So in all, 3/4 of a cup of half and half. Yeah, that'll do. I think that'll do. And if I need more later, I will add it. And like I said, check the description below for everything I'm eventually going to use here. So now what I'm going to do is just start adding my cheese. I'll add half of the Gruyere. Give it a mix. I'm going to do it kind of like half here, half there, and work it in. Let it melt down, then add some more cheese. So, and I am working with a low heat. So now half of the mozzarella cheese. This is low moisture. And if you have fresh mozzarella, I do believe that's what a lot of people use. Okay, so at this point, I went ahead and added the entire 8-ounce block of the low moisture mozzarella cheese. This is really thick. I've turned the heat off, but as you can see, it does have that like cheesy stretchiness going on there. Wow. And it's thickened. Oh yeah. And I suspect that while it sits here and it cools, it's gonna get even stretchier. It's definitely thick now. So yeah, I think the 4 ounces of Gruyere that I added plus the 8 ounces of the low moisture mozzarella cheese, that worked pretty good. I am going to do a quick sauce for part of my Korean fried chicken. I'm going to leave some of it sauced and some of it unsauced, just crispy. My son likes both. I'm going to take some of that fry oil, just skim it off the top into my pan here. I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic paste and a half teaspoon of ginger paste. I'm going to give that a quick saute. There we go. I'm going to add a tablespoon of cooking wine. I'm actually using Shaoxing cooking wine. I'm also using a tablespoon of soy sauce. And here I have 5 tablespoons of ketchup. You hear noise in the background. That is my son. I'm going to give that a mix. And before I forget, going to add, that is right under a tablespoon of gochujang. Gochujang is a spicy Korean red pepper paste, and it is spicy, so if you don't want this ultra spicy, then, you know, scale back on it. And you can change up the ratios to these ingredients to suit your taste and preference. So now I'm going to quickly add some honey. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. And now I'm just going to simmer this, combine it well, and when it starts to get a little foamy around the edges, that's when I know my sauce is done. Let me go ahead and add my sesame oil. Just a little drizzle, mix it in, and this is already starting to simmer and bubble, so once that happens, I'm going to shut off the heat, and I'm actually going to let it cool off just a little bit before I toss in my wings or my fried chicken. So you kind of wrap it. Oh my gosh. I mean, why the heck not, right? Okay, I got some thumbnail pics. Here we go. I know it's a hard job to do, but somebody's got to do it. You ready to try?
Yes.
Okay, big bite. What do you think? Oh, you love it. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.